Alright, so I wanted to do a throughout the years for preschool through kindergarten. I'm going to start doing throughout the years, like all the different years. So I was born February 28th, 1997, and so I'm 13 now, turning 14 in 2 months. And I'm just going to do birth through preschool, like the end of preschool. So I tried to think, but I couldn't get that much, so I had to ask my mom, and basically whatever she said off the top of her head was what I wrote down. So first is that I loved like the ocean and water and stuff like that. We went so often to like Atlantic City and like a bunch of different like oceans in like New Jersey and along like New York and stuff like that. So we went there quite often, and we stayed over some nights and stuff like that. And I took swimming lessons from the time I was like 2 until, until like last year, something like that. But like since last year, it was like been part of like a camp, but that camp didn't start until like I'll say something about it in the next throughout the years, like kindergarten or something. 'Cause that's when I think it started, either that or the year after that. But anyways, I took swimming lessons at the same place, and it was like a little lake, and it was really cute. And I took swimming lessons there, and I just loved the water, and I loved like the lifeguards who taught that, and yeah. Alright, another thing. When I was like that age, it was the first time I had seen my dad's family, obviously, because I mean, birth through, yeah, I had to see them. But I only saw them 2 times in my life, which is my dad's mom and my dad's sister. My dad's dad and brother had passed away before I got to meet them, but his mom and sister passed more recently, so I didn't get to so that was the one of 2 times I actually got to see them. And that was when we stayed over in like Boston in my cousin's house, and I guess they lived there, so that's where they lived before they went off into like nursing homes and stuff like that. Yeah, my dad's family wasn't like the healthiest people. They were sick, and yeah. Alright, as a child, I got sick a lot. Actually, my mom said I didn't get sick a lot, but I got sick when we traveled. And I don't get like travel sickness, but like it just so happens that whenever we had to go somewhere, I would get sick. Like I got sick when we went to my grandfather's funeral. Well, not grandfather, my great grandfather, and he died. And I got sick. That was in Pennsylvania where the funeral was, and I got sick there. And we went to Florida and like Disney World and all of that, and I got sick there too. So I just got sick whenever we went out anywhere. But I was pretty healthy when we were like staying home and stuff like that. Alright, so my mom said I learned to like read and walk and talk and all that stuff really early. Like when I was in, not kindergarten, because that's not even it. When I was in preschool, I was reading like the little chapter books that are supposed to be for like first graders or something like that. I don't know. My mom said I was reading those like early. So, as a little kid, I went to my dad's house often because I don't know, but I just went there a lot more often than I do now. I haven't been there in like 2 years or something like that. But like I went there like really often. I always went on Christmas and Easter, and that actually just stopped a couple of years ago or something like that. But I went always then, and yeah. Oh, and he had like this pool thing like near his house, or it's still there probably. And we went to that, and yeah. My mom said that as a little kid, I went to a lot of birthday parties, like a lot of birthday parties. Like she hates driving and stuff like that. Well, she was probably good with it then, but like, yeah, I'll tell you in another throughout the years. Like that's 3rd grade, I think. But she was probably okay driving then. But she said so many birthday parties and stuff like that. She said that I loved little girls like my age. Like I would just run up to them and talk to them. Doesn't matter if I knew them or not. If they looked like my age and stuff like that, I would run up and talk to them, which I guess is kind of cute. It's kind of awkward though if I think back about it now. I wouldn't go up to like someone my age, and now I'd be like eyeing them down like in the mall or something like that. But she said I used to love them. So as a kid, I don't remember when he left, but my mom had one of the two, I think she's only had 2. But one of the 2 guys who have come lived with us, like her boyfriend or whatever, and his name is Wayne. I'm not giving away his last name. I don't even know it. So, but he lived with us, and my brother didn't like him. Yeah, not at all. I don't remember much of him. I probably didn't have much of an opinion on him. Just whatever. But he built us a swing set that was in our backyard. And the day that he built it, we were all outside swinging on it, and like it wasn't like in the ground yet. So my brother was just kind of like standing off to the side, and I was swinging on it, and he was swinging on it, and then he started going like really fast and really high on his swing, and the whole thing flipped over on top of me. I mean, nothing bad. Like I wasn't like seriously injured or anything, but my mom wasn't too happy about that. So yeah, I was always getting hurt on like swings. That was just what I did. Alright, so my mom said that as a little kid, my favorite thing to wear was like this really little, like, it was like long sleeved, really kind of loose, baggy, tie-dye dress that she said was really ugly, but I was like my favorite thing to wear, so whatever. Alright, I think this is when I was like 5, but maybe it was like 4. No, I think I was definitely like a really, really, really little kid, but I don't remember how age. I loved my cousins. Obviously, everyone loves their cousins. Okay, so I have 2 girl cousins and I have 3 boy cousins. I know it's a very small family. 7 kids in the whole family. It's me and my brother, and then so the 2 girl cousins, we all like talked and stuff like that. I was kind of left out because they're like 1 year apart from each other, and then I'm like a couple years younger than them, like 3 years younger than one and 4 years younger than the other. Yeah, that's right. And so I was kind of left out, but like, yeah, so whatever, I loved them anyways. And they gave me like a lot of hand-me-down clothes and stuff like that, but now I think I'm taller than both of them, so, and I'm pretty short, I'm like 5'3", so they're like 5'2", 5'1", they're really short. And I had this one boy cousin who was 1 year older than me, well actually he's like 5 months older than me, and we liked each other. We were cute. We were like little kids, and it was like whatever. But we were like really cute. And then like my cousin, who's a year younger than me, about like 11 months, but yeah, he liked me. And then, but the other cousins, they were like brothers. Like we liked each other. I don't know. It was weird. We had a weird little family, but we were like 4, so it was okay. Yeah. When I was like that age, my mom worked nights, so I had a babysitter, like a couple different babysitters, like my mom's friend. She said her name was Susie, and I know my neighbor Karen, and her, sometimes it would be Karen's mom, and my grandmother who lives in my neighborhood, so she was here most nights. It wasn't usually other people, it was usually my grandmother. But on nights when like my grandmother would go out or whatever, not like, well, like, yeah, she went out to like Atlantic City some nights in the summer or something like that, so yeah. And the last thing is, if you know what I'm talking about, it's like one of those car things. Like it's the red car, and it's like the Flintstone things where like you have to like use your feet to push it along, and it has like the yellow top. I just love that. Like I have a couple of pictures of them, but like I don't like, yeah, like I could have shown you a picture, but I didn't go get it. Like I saw it, but yeah. So it was like, yeah, I hope you know what I'm talking about. Like those little buggy things, like the little, yeah. It was so cute. I just loved that. So that was like my, throughout the years. I'm probably going to think like everything's going to come to my mind after I like, upload this or whatever, but whatever. So I probably next month I'm going to have my throughout the years for first grade kindergarten. So, tuned.